Hello. Thanks for joining me. This is Keisha with Crafty Sweet, and today I'm going to show you a card using the Perfectly Plaid bundle. So this is a Perfectly Plaid stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set, as well as the Pine Tree Punch. All right. We're going to start off with, this card is so simple. You guys, like, I can't even begin to tell you how simple it is. We're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This is thick Whisper White cardstock, and I am just going to cut it in half because I want it top folding. So on the 8.5 inch side, we are going to cut at 4 1/4. And this is going to give us our standard size card base. And remember, on the Stampin' Trimmer, you have a scoring blade and a cutting blade. For the card base, we're going to cut using the gray blade. And then I'll show you the scoring in just a second when we score our card base in the middle. All right, so we're going to start at 4. I'll cut it down at 4 1/4 on the 8.5 inch side, and this is going to give us a card base. So actually you get 2 card bases on one piece of cardstock. All right, again, this is thick Whisper White, and so now this is what we're left with. We're left with 4 1/4 by 11, and we're gonna score it now. Now we're gonna use our gray blade, well, not blade, but the gray doohickey on the trimmer, and we're gonna score that at 5 1/2. So that's going to be like half of the 11 inch side, and just score it just like that. So that's the standard size card base. And then I'm going to come in with another layer, and this is, I'm just going to do straight tone on tone. So it's going to be Whisper White on top of Whisper White. And because I want it to go down in size, I'm actually going to score this at, I think I'm going to do 5. So I'm going down a complete half of an inch, right? And I'll show you once I layer it on the card base how this is going to look. So because I went down a whole half of an inch on that side, I'm going to go down a half of an inch on this side. So it was 4 1/4, and I'm going to go down a whole inch. So that's going to make it 3 3/4. And it's going to be symmetrical on all 4 sides once I put it on my card base. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we get ready to assemble. Okay, so now on the layered piece, we are going to stamp. Let's see, on my sample, I used this tree. I think I'm going to use let's do the regular Christmas tree. All right, so I'm going to pull this out, layer that up on a block. And then I am going to use Merry Christmas down at the bottom. So it's going to be pretty much the same. And I'm going to layer this on a block. And so Stampin' Up! Carries different size blocks. And when you buy your photopolymer stamp set or your red rubber stamp, it actually tells you what size block you need. So we're just going to fold that in half. Bring it back this, and we're going to get ready to do our stamping. All right, let's use, I'm going to pull out the Old Olive stamp set, and I'm going to do my tree and Old Olive. Ink that up. I might need, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I want that one or Mossy Meadow. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this. I really need to re-ink my ink pad. Maybe that'll be another, you know what? Let's go ahead and re-ink this right now. Okay, so that is in the Regals collection. So we also sell the re-inkers for our ink pads, and they're very easy to re-ink. Let's see, I'm trying to find my Old Olive. There we go. Old Olive. And you get a complete set of re-inkers if you want to buy them that way. I guess it was the perfect opportunity. All right, so you just let's move this out because I don't want that layer messed up. So you're just going to run your re-inker over your ink pad like this. Okay, and then it's going to like smooth, like settle down into that sponge. Now I am going to take my bone folder, and so I mean, you've seen me use this bone folder before, and I'm just gonna like move around the ink just like this, just so it can be even all the way around, just like that. And then I'll just clean my bone folder. The ink on the bone folder is not gonna, you know, it's not gonna mess up anything. Okay, so I re-inked that. And I'll clean my bone folder off in just a second. Okay, so now let's come back and let's try this now. Let's see. A lot better. I didn't want to over ink it because the tree, if you look in the stamp set, it has some variations within the Christmas tree, and you'll see how that's gonna come out when I stamp. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp the Christmas tree right here in the center. And normally with the photopolymer stamp, see how good that looks? You want to put like a cushion, like a foam up underneath so you can get a good impression. But I'm stamping on my grid paper, and that is going to give me a little cushion, so the ink is really going to settle into the cardstock quite well. All right, now in that stamp set, it also has the trunk of the tree. So I'm going to bring in another block just so I can stamp that. And I think I'm going to stamp that in soft suede. Let's ink that up. A little bit more, and we're going to stamp that just down just like that. All right, cute. And now let's come in, let's close these two up. And I'm going to come in with my real red, and I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas. Now I would love if you guys are motivated after seeing how easy this is to create, for you to do your own Christmas cards this year. And you can buy all of the supplies you need to make Christmas cards. And, you know, this time of year with everything that's going on, it will be so nice to receive a handmade Christmas card from somebody. Okay, so you guys know I like things popped up. So what am I bringing out? I'm bringing out my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm just going to add those to the back. One there, and then two on the side, down at the bottom, just like that. Take all of the backings off, just like that. And then we're going to layer this. So remember earlier when I was telling you when I cut it symmetrical all the way around, it's going to give me an even border on all the way around if you just cut the same, cut off the same inches on the left side and like the top and the bottom, because it's basically symmetrical. All right, now let's bring back my bone folder, and I'm just going to smooth down my edges so it'll stay flat. All right, now how cute is that? Now you can even jazz it up a little bit more by stamping the inside of your card. I'm going to stamp that. And then this stamp set, it has some greetings that will be perfect for the inside and the outside. So I'm going to show you just a second. So let's stamp that. And then I'm going to bring in the trunk again in soft suede. This just adds a little bit more to the inside of the card. Okay, and then now let's take, you know, one of these on the inside. Let's do may this special season be wrapped in love and joy. Okay, and we're going to do that in Real Red as well. So let's close up Soft Suede. And let's bring in this sentiment. I'm going to show you this set in the catalog. Okay, let me show you guys another tip. Okay, so normally I just eyeball it, right? But a way that you can like get your stamps lined up, you can get a ruler, or in this case I have my grid paper, and I'm just going to straight down and up. That way you know, you can see that your image is lined up properly on your stamp set. Okay, and then we're going to ink this up in Real Red, and we're going to do straight down and up. Iron this just like that. I think I moved just a tad. Nope, I didn't. Very good. Okay, so how cute is that? And you can do assembly line. You can cut all of your layered pieces, cut all of your card bases, and then just, you know, while your ink is inked up in Old Olive, just do all of your trees, then come back and you can do all of the trunks, and then you can come in and do all of your sentiments down at the bottom, and then inside stamp your greeting. So that is so cute and easy. And this is, again, a Perfectly Plaid bundle. You actually get, in the other catalog, they were bundled together. But in this one, this is in our annual catalog. And let me show you where it is in the annual catalog. And you can buy all of the supplies that I used to make this card in from my online store, craftysweet.stampinup.net. Okay, so this is the Perfectly Plaid. It's in alphabetical order. So let's see. We are on page 60 in the catalog. And the catalog is also good for ideas as well. So this is it. This is the Perfectly Plaid stamp set right here. And there's a card, a box that's using that stamp set, and the punch. And then let me show you the punch in the back of the catalog, which is right here. It's called the Pine Tree Punch. Okay, so limited supplies needed to make these Christmas cards. I use 3 different color inks. If you don't want to use 3 different color inks, you can use 1 ink and then buy the bundle. But let me show you some other cards that I made. So this is a different one. I used a different tree in the stamp set, Merry Christmas. And then I didn't do anything on the inside. So you don't have to do anything on the inside. If you want to add a photo on the inside, you can do that as well. So that's 2. And then this is a 3rd one. So this one actually uses a different tree, and I used the punch on this one, and then stamp the sentiment, and then I used some of the designer series paper, which this designer series paper is in the annual catalog. And you get so many different sheets in here. So different papers. Let's pull all of these out so you can see. You get 2 of each design. So you got that green houndstooth, that is mossy meadow and pear pizzazz. You got stripes on that side, and then this is the plaid that I use. And on the back side of that is the polka dots, and then you got some diagonal stripes, and then another design in Real Red, and then you have this pattern as well as this one. And this is called the Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper, which is in the annual catalog. Okay, and then this is another card that I use with a different sentiment, and then the inside of that one. So just this stamp set and punch alone, you can create several different Christmas cards. And you can always come back to the video and watch it if you've forgotten what I told you to do. All right, so that's it. Thanks for joining me today. Again, you can get all of the supplies from my Stampin' Up store. It's called craftysweet.stampinup.net, and I will have it in the description below. If you like what you've seen in the video, Please subscribe to my channel so you can get notified. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I do a live video or post another video. And if you're following me on Facebook, make sure you like my page and share. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.